It's the full moon in Libra, so of course I had to come on here and do a full moon in Libra tarot reading. This is a 3-card reading. It's super, super short and sweet, and it's really just to get some sort of grounding, harmony, and peace because these times are so fucked up. So we're going to be talking about 3 things: our true desires collectively, the obstacles to those desires, and the resolution. So our desire, ironically, is the 5 of Wands, which is conflict, unrest, challenges, fighting, obstacles. We actually are desiring this. Why? Because it's Aries season. Aries needs to conflict. It needs to challenge in order to win. And that winning then causes the peace and the harmony. So yeah, have the hard conversations. Be as vulnerable as you possibly can. Someone who has like a really anxious and avoidant attachment style like myself, the hardest thing to do is have the conflict because I desire peace. I'm a Libra. But I'm realizing the more I run toward the conflict and just have that battle out, I'm more peaceful afterwards. I don't have that inner conflict, that inner turmoil that it causes a lot of cortisol going up like this, nervous system going up like this. The conflict is needed right now. Aries season is asking us and reminding us that we do actually deep down desire to have conflict because we know conflict creates growth. Challenges create growth, and we can truly have peace and harmony after a long battle, after that fight, after standing up for ourselves and creating boundaries and, doing the hard work and watching the dominoes fall. All right, the obstacle, this was an interesting one because it's the 9 of Pentacles, and the obstacle is saying that, yeah, okay, we do want conflict and desire, but we don't want to lose our sense of security through it. Yeah, I want to conflict with that person, but I don't want to lose them, right? And that gives us a sense of security, which we then translate into our financial security. So for me, I found that when I was having a conflict with a friend, I wanted to avoid it. I wanted to run away. Every time I pushed forward and said, actually, girl, you know what? Like, let's talk about this. I would check my phone and I would get a new inquiry or a booking or, someone coming and reaching out and being like, I need your help, something along those lines. I was seeing how the more secure I felt within my relationships, I was then able to translate that into financial security. Duh, right? Because that's how we manifest. But what we're not seeing, and this is what's interesting, this card came out afterwards. After I was looking for the resolution, this card was like, hold on a second. Before you get to the resolution, which is great, you need to still recognize the obstacle that you're not seeing is this. And what is this? The 3 of Cups, that emotionally we are good. Emotionally, we are feeling a whole lot better. That's part of the obstacle. We want to build this sense of security. We have this fear of our deep desire to have the challenge in order to get closer to our loved ones and our relationships. It is bringing a sense of security, but what we're not seeing is that our emotional happiness supersedes our financial security. So for example, if you want to have that hard conversation with your business partner, but you're worried they're going to walk out, or you want to have a hard conversation with your lover and you're afraid they're going to walk out, remember that the bigger obstacle is your emotional happiness and your emotional achievement as opposed to your financial security. The more positive and happy you are, the financial security, you desire less. You can do with so much less. You don't need all of that, and you have faith and you have hope that things are going to be good. So that brings us to the resolution. The resolution is the 8 of Wands. So we desire conflict and challenges in order to grow, but we know that the obstacle is the fact that we have built up a certain sense of security, and our emotional happiness is reminding us that that security is important, but we don't need it if we don't desire it. And we don't actually desire the security, we desire the vulnerability that the challenges can then bring us growth. So the resolution is the 8 of Wands saying this is all on the mark. Like this is everything that we need in order to move forward. It's everything that we've been manifesting. Bring in the challenges with this Libra full moon. Bring them in like they are your best friend. Do not run away from it. If you've been feeling this Aries season at all, you can tell that Aries is always a little bit irritated, like always a little bit ready to conflict in order to say, hold on, that's not right. And I am going to speak up and stand up for myself and fight back. Libra, this full moon in Libra, it's a little bit chill. It's a little bit passive. It's always looking for an opportunity to sit this one out. You know, it's always a little bit chill, even if Libra is creating or relating or what have you. So at the end of the day, the full moon in Libra wants us to ignite our passions, but also remember that it's easy to default to chill, peace, harmony. The hard thing is to have the challenge before the peace and the harmony. So I hope you have an amazing full moon in Libra. And of course, if you would like to get a personalized full moon in Libra reading, I will link you below. Have a great, great full moon. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.